The 4 don'ts of AliExpress, that's what we'll be discussing today. Now, the first issue I want to discuss is it's not a scam, but it's basically a white lie that's used as clickbait. The first don't was actually brought to my attention by one of my viewers. They wrote me an email basically expressing that this is quite frustrating, and I agree. So what we are seeing quite a bit lately on AliExpress is a hero image price. So let's say you're looking for a watch, it's usually around $100, but then you see this ad, and on this thumb that you see on AliExpress it says $29, and you think, wow, what an amazing price. You click on it and it's pure clickbait, because the actual item, the price of $29 is the price of the box, not of the actual watch or whatever it is you're looking at. And AliExpress allows this sort of thing to happen. And I find it quite frustrating, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't need that sort of clickbait on a platform which is just trying to break out there, especially in the Western world, and trying to get trust. So we're getting big brands, and unfortunately quite a few watch brands are doing them. I don't want to mention these watch brands, they know who they are, but it's frustrating, right? Even I get caught out. Like, I think, oh, this is a massively good deal. I go in and it says, oh, not again. Like, you can't do this. Why are these stores doing it? I have no idea. I am sure they understand that clickbait, where people just click on there, they get in, they look, they're not actually buying what they want to. Most likely they'll get frustrated, either leave the platform full stop or leave that store and never come back to it. So yeah, it's annoying, it's frustrating, and I wish it would stop. But I guess the stores won't finish on their own, right? So probably AliExpress has to police this a bit better. Now let's talk about the second don't, because this is also a biggie. Let's say you found a good price and you found this watch for, let's say, $50, and usually it's 70, 75, whatever, right? So you think it's a good deal. You go into the listing, and yeah, it's the actual watch that you're buying. It's not the box, it's the real watch. But then you got to ask yourself a question, right? Because we know the saying, if something looks too good to be true, it usually is, right? So if you see such a good price, go and do your due diligence about the store. So this is most easily done on your PC. You can do it on your phone as well, but the easiest is if you're sitting in front of your PC. So what you need to do is just hover your mouse or your cursor above the name of the store. And you're going to see, since when is the store open? That's key. Has it been around for 2 days, or has it been around for 3, 4, 5, 10 years? So straight away you know that much. Then you're going to have detailed seller ratings, like item as described. There's going to be a rating. If it's above 4.5, everything is most likely hunky-dory. Then you've got communication. 4.5 and above is usually good. Shipping speed, same thing, 4.5 and above, and you're hunky-dory. But if you want to go the next step, if you're making an expensive purchase, like let's say $100 plus, I would actually be stepping onto that store, actually going into it, and when it opens up, you can actually see the number of positive reviews on that store. So usually if there's something above 93, 94%, like, yeah, if it's 94.5, that's usually good enough for me. If it's 98%, excellent, right? So this is the stuff that you should be doing when you're doing some due diligence on the buyer, because at the end of the day, you're sending them money. Now, I'm not sure why some, bad actors, like these new stores that pop up, they take money from you, but at the end of the day, AliExpress doesn't just hand it to them. They go into escrow accounts, as I understand it, and the money is only released to the stores once the item has been delivered. So I'm not sure how they get their money and why they do these like little shops. They spring up all the time, especially during the sales. But yeah, just don't fall for it. Okay, the third don't is actually a do. Right? So let's say you're buying an item. Could be a watch, can be a toy, can be anything really for the house. It doesn't matter. So you checked it out. It's not the hero image that you're getting the price on. You actually know exactly the item that you're buying. You know what you're paying for it. You checked out the store. It looks legit. The ratings are good. Excellent. But it's a pricey item. So once again, let's say 50 plus, 100 plus. It doesn't matter. I would go and check out the reviews. Yep. So let's say there are 10 reviews. 50 reviews, and all of them are written reviews. They're all very intelligent, very legible. That's great, but that's actually slightly suspicious, because I'm usually looking around for real language, real typos, and most importantly, what I'm looking for are pictures. I want to see photos of the product, because to me that says, okay, so let's say there's 50 comments, I would expect that at least 5% of them, so at least 2 to 3 comments would have pictures attached, because that would be normal. If there's more, that's great. That means the product is either really good or really bad. People are either very frustrated or really happy and want to share their joy with the world and actually praising the seller. So yeah, check the reviews. That's another point of due diligence about the quality of the product, not just the store. Now, number 4 is a don't and do together. Because let's say you're buying tech, because this one most likely refers only to tech. So I've got another channel which is about fitness trackers, fitness wearables, sort of smart glasses, earbuds, that sort of stuff, right? So a lot of tech gear, and I've come across this firsthand. So what we need to do is, when you go out and you're buying yourself a phone, a tablet, a fitness wearable, you want to make sure that the plug is right. So always check the plug. If you're in the UK, you want a UK plug. It's different to an EU plug, right? If you're in the US, you want a US plug. Also, when you're buying these things, you want global versions. If you're not in China, you want the global version, because Chinese versions are different. They've got different setups, and very likely that on some wearables, on some tablets, on some phones, you simply wouldn't be able to set up the devices if you have the Chinese version while you are based outside of China in the Western world. Yeah, so look out for global versions as well as plug types. Anyways, this is what I wanted to cover today. Hopefully you found this useful, and yeah, leave me your comments and your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.